Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in Yamato and we're on Two Brothers. And we have quite the number of legendaries starting to pop up in the legendary queue. Now it still takes a little while to get into a match, but at least we're starting to see more people to shoot at. I prefer that. Definitely prefer full lobbies, especially with multiple legendaries in them, because that means there's a lot more health for me to take. Now, initially, you're going to see me backing up. Why do I back up? Well, it's pretty important to stay behind this island that's directly ahead of me. Not the one closest to me, but the one, like, right ahead of that, because I don't want to get detected right away. Unfortunately, however, it doesn't matter, because I'm going to get detected anyway. But this is as far backwards as I'm going to go. I'm going to stand and fight. We are angled, and you got to remember what you're up against. If you're in the Yamato and there's another Yamato against you and you give them this angle, you're going to be hurting. But pretty much everybody else you can get away with giving this sort of an angle at this kind of range. Now, closer, if you get closer, that's a different... Oh, hello, Wichita. How are you? Hold these for me. Go ahead and make use of our first spotter plane of the game, trying to get as best a grouping as possible, but unfortunately all we get's a couple overpins against the Wichita, which isn't to be, unexpected. Then we see a broadside gross occur first at 16 kilometers. Now, anybody who knows anything about turtleback armor knows that turtleback armor does not do you any good at maximum range, or ranges at like 14 kilometers and beyond. Closer than that, you have a chance. Unfortunately, he gets a Citadel right off the bat to just showcase why he shouldn't be broadside on. Now, they are doing damage against me, don't get me wrong. Those are some big guns out there. We got an Iowa and that guy. But we see the Fletcher out here, and I was going to shoot the Fletcher here, but with a broadside gross occur first, I need to get rid of his health as quickly as I can. Now, he's starting to move forward, so I go ahead and I put this shot out a little bit ahead of him. He's going to drift into it. Worst case scenario, it should be a pretty decent hit. We get 4 penetrations, and we are up to 41,000 damage already. Then this Iowa that's broadside on out here is just absolutely begging for it. Not learning his lesson from the gross occur first. He's like, don't worry, anything you can do, I can do better because I'm Iowa. And, wait for it. Pow! Dropping the bombs from downtown with 2 Citadels. That was a peddling. And there's more where that come from. Because as if the gross occur first was reading my mind, he's like, you know what? I gave up one side of my ship to be shot. I might as well go ahead and turn the other cheek. You guys know that this is like a... I don't know. It's like a plague that happens to the... to some people. But as you can see, beautiful dispersion. He does stay angled this time, but it doesn't really matter. Superstructure is easy to penetrate. Getting 3 good penetrations into the gross occur first for another good chunk. And we, just like that, we're up to 81,000 damage. We're only, what, 3.5, 4 minutes into the match? Like, come on. This is insane. But then the Wichita comes out. We're going to go ahead and focus fire on him. Now, I did underestimate his speed here quite a bit. But we still get a good penetration, 2 penetrations on the rear of his ship, hitting him for most of his health, and the Wichita finishes him, or the Alaska finishes off the Wichita. Now, gross occur first has obviously figured out that he needs to get the heck out of here. But if you notice, this Yamato thinks he can channel his inner Flambast. Now, I will give you guys some advice. If you're in a battleship and you decide to go up the middle on Two Brothers, do not poke out the other side. Sit tight in the middle, take shots at anything that crosses in front of you, and that's how you survive, like Flambast does, while getting the attention of the enemy team. If you do what this Yamato is about to do, God have mercy on your soul. Because oh my God. Well, he disappears, but it's a huge ship. I'll take my chances. Go ahead, blind fire him. He's not moving. He's just sitting there. And we get 3 penetrations, taking us up to 101,000 damage done. But like I said, there was a Yamato coming through the middle. Now, I'm no dummy. I know what happens when a battleship goes through the middle on two brothers, and especially in the hands of an inexperienced captain, like the guy that's piloting this Yamato at the moment. This guy is going to screw the pooch so incredibly hard that it's going to be impossible for him to recover. And it was at this moment he knew he f***ed up. Wait for it. Pow! There goes half your hit points. Yes, that was 40,000 damage in one salvo. But don't worry, I think we can do better. Actually, we're not going to be able to do better. He has 2 little hit points left. But you understand where this... Look at him. He's too embarrassed to even shoot back at me. He's like, you know, this guy deserves every bit of this. I deserve it. I'll just go ahead and take it in on the chin. And that dispersion was godly. Good night, Yamato. Way to throw away 92,000 hit points. Oh my god. Who let the Fletcher get here? Alaska! You have one job, man. One job. You're a radar cruiser. What are you doing? Oh god, this is gonna hurt. Turn harder, Yamato. Turn harder. Please don't make me utilize my 55% reduction. Okay, let's be real. There ain't enough turning in the world gonna get you out of this situation without taking torps. But if we can minimize the amount of torps we take and save our damage control until we're about to get hit with the last... Oh, and we slipped it. 10 torpedoes launched inside 4.5 kilometers, and I dodged all but 2 in a Yamato. That's impressive. Welcome to World of Warships, folks. You gotta be on your toes. You never know when somebody is about to throw their ship away. And just like that, we're up to 170,000 damage done with 7 citadels. Not a bad game. Now, a lot of you are probably like, this has got to be over. I mean, 170,000 damage, Spartan's all the way in his base, there's no one to shoot at. There's no way he's gonna do much more damage in this lobby. And ideally, you would be correct. I mean, my team should be able to absolutely wreck on both sides. But that isn't what happens. And as you can kind of figure by the Grosse Kurfürst who's about to come through the gap, I am just praying that I can get to this mouth opening before he gets through this gap. But Grosse Kurfürst's a pretty quick little battleship. So, unfortunately, he disappears and manages to get away just long enough for him to get out of this. Which is unfortunate, to say the least. And then the most annoying little bug comes flying by me in a Yadachi, and I'm like, oh, you have got to be joking. I check his stats, too. Wait for it. There it is. That's me looking at the Yadachi and the thing going, okay, well, he's got 1 kill. I guess he hasn't been completely useless in this one. But I'm sure that battleship could use a hand against that Wichita that's on the left side, right? But no, he wants to come over here and go up the middle and just outrun me to the enemy and torp the crap out of a couple battleships, possibly. And I can't really blame him for his thought process. Running away from a radar cruiser to come torp some battleships sounds like a pretty good plan to me. But for the guy who's chasing damage right now and looking to break that 200,000 damage mark, knowing that there's a Grosse Kurfürst broadside on in front of me, just absolutely begging for me to break this 200K, is just like salivating. I'm just sitting here going, oh my god, he's gonna give it to me. Come on, baby. 7.5 kilometers shot out. Wait for it. Pow! 3 penetrations, 3 overpins, and that takes us to 188,000. Then we get the rear guns involved and take another little chunk off of them. A little 1,600 for an overpin, not bad. But we are about to get our guns loaded one last time before he slips behind the island. And look at the arch here. Just the slightest amount of being able to get it over the top of this island. And that's still going to touch him. Unfortunately, Bismarck manages to snipe our kill. That explains why the battleship is struggling so hard against the Bismarck over there, or against the Wichita over there. It was a Bismarck. It can't overmatch the Wichita's armor. However, we're at 196,000 damage, and there's an Amagi sitting out there at maximum range. So we go ahead, we pop our spotter plane to try to make sure we can get a shot on this guy before he gets outside of our range. And the rounds are going a little bit wonky, but look at them just curve right back in. They're like, nope, we're going for it. And we get just enough to break 200,000 damage, which is perfect for me, because I like these 200k games. That's why I've been, like, addicted to the Yamato. I love this ship. This may be taking the place of my Iowa, just because you can do things with this that you cannot get away with in the Iowa. And being able to overmatch every ship in the game is one of the things. Or most of the ships in the game, we'll just say that. But, yeah, this thing is so much fun to play. If you haven't played the Yamato yet, you gotta research this thing. It's so much fun. Just don't be the guy that goes broadside on in a Yamato 5 kilometers from another Yamato. It won't end well. But, as you can see, Wichita is kind of sailing away, and we are making our way to try to get a shot on him, because I don't want to end the game with 200,000 damage. I want more, because that's the thing about damage. As soon as you get to a certain amount, you always want more. Now, we are in no danger whatsoever of losing this match. That Amagi out there is going to die. He's got a battleship and an Alaska out there firing at him. And this Wichita is the only thing between us losing the match and winning here. And it didn't look like he was wanting to fight, but then he started making a turn back to us. And with me coming around the corner here, I am begging him to spot me. I'm like, please spot me, reset the base, please. I've been in the base for so long, please reset me. And sure enough, he comes back. Now we get the shot off quick because I knew the game was about to end. And we absolutely just crush him. Over, what, 20, 30,000 damage there, took all of his health. And then, you'll see the next salvo is going to be a little disappointing. 226,000 damage done. But we ain't done yet, guys. We're going to get out of the base because I don't want the game to end. I want to kill this man. Wait for it. Easy shot. And the worst dispersion on the planet. Oh, God. He's triggered ramming speed. And watch him. He makes a beeline. He's like, I'm going to ram the crap out of this. I ain't going down without a fight. I'll take all the damage this Yamato can give me. I won't kill him, but by God, I'll do some damage. You're right, but you're wrong at the same time, because my rear guns are already loaded, Sunshine. I just got to turn them, and down he goes with the slimmest of margins, just in time to pull off 230,000 damage done, and we win the match. 1 devastating strike, 1 high caliber, 7 citadels, top of the leaderboard, 2,700 base XP, and yes, 250,000 silver earned in this match. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.